Feels like it's been a while, man.
It has, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. And it's hard, right? Because we're trying to get caught up with all the prospects, and then boom, a great little curveball, right? With a great nice little curveball that we were given with the actual schedule release. So, before we get into today's topic, obviously we're talking about DeMarvion Overshown, right? The third round linebacker the Cowboys got, man. But let's take a look at the schedule. We're gonna go in depth with this schedule pretty soon. So I hope all of you that are tuning in on TikTok, make sure you click that link in the bio, subscribe on our YouTube. Uh, and let's have fun, man. Obviously, if you're new to the Cowboy Cast, this is where if you come on to the YouTube, we literally read every comment. We give you a round of applause for joining it, and we read every single comment. I don't care if there's 200 comments, we will go through each one. We'll voice it out too. So, Harv, right off the gate, let's talk about the kickoff, and I'll have a question for you. So week 1, Cowboys play Sunday night game against the Giants. Week 2, Jets. Week 3, Cardinals. Then it's the Patriots versus the Cowboys. Cowboys versus the 49ers. Cowboys versus the Chargers. Rams versus Cowboys. Cowboys versus Eagles. Giants versus Cowboys. Cowboys versus Panthers. Commanders versus Cowboys. Seahawks versus Cowboys, Eagles versus Cowboys, Cowboys versus Bills, Cowboys versus Dolphins, and Lions versus Cowboys. Last but not least, Cowboys versus the Commodes, man. I mean, sorry guys, the Commanders. So that was a lot to say. I just want to know, which one do you have pins? I mean, which one do you have circled right now?
Which one do you?
So, to me, right, there's a lot of big games in this schedule. There really is, because it's a tough schedule. We have the third hardest schedule in the NFL. So to me, looking at the schedule, right, it has to be for me week 9 against the Philadelphia Eagles. And the reason I say that is because it's very interesting. We have 3 home games during that stretch of week 9. 3 home games. Not only that, but where are we going to be at week 9? What's our record going to be?
That's the tough part, man.
And see, this is why I say week 9, because that's going to be a vital game against the Eagles. Because if you look, the stretch of, we're talking about after that, Giants and Panthers, preferably winnable games, but you still have to win. You still have to win, obviously. But now we look at week 13 through 17, Seattle, Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions. That's why that week 9 against the Eagles is very vital for me, because going into the next, 5, 8 games, is it going to, that game's going to play a vital role depending on what our record is. So that's why I say week 9, because it's kind of in the middle. We're playing the Eagles. What's our record before we go into a treacherous schedule of it's going to be a gauntlet, man. So that's my biggest one for sure.
No, I agree, man, because I mean, like you said, the last especially right there towards the end, the Lions versus the Cowboys. I know it's going to be a home game for the Cowboys, but last year the Lions had the number 1 scoring offense, man. I know that they revamped the defense. They want to stop the run and whatnot. So we'll see, man. Let's get caught up on TikTok. Raycon Thu, is that you from Browntown? Did you change your username? He's saying hi. Hello, Ray. Joe G. He says, Cowboys are not my favorite team. Okay. Thank you for being respectful, Joe. He says lose, right? And he goes, and that's a very difficult schedule the Cowboys have.
It is, man.
When are the Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl? That's a neurosurgeon. Man, only if you could do some surgery on Jerry Jones, I'm pretty sure we would have had this Super Bowl 30 years ago, and multiple Super Bowl, because it's never been about the talent. I think it's, if you go back to it, even Jerry Jones alluded to it, right? It wasn't about the drafting. It's about the coaching, right? And he said that during the conference.
He's pretty blunt about that.
But a lot of people can go both ways and say, hey, it's your fault for not letting the coach, and you always, butting in. We got our good buddy, Jose Pais. Evening, fellas. Evening, Jose. Man, we're just trying to get to this draft class. Dallas all day. That's a Martinez J19, man.
Let's go, baby.
Join us on YouTube. Subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000. You're catching this on the let's say flip side. Hey, please hit the subscribe, hit the like button. Oh, if you want to see when we go live, turn on notifications. But normally it's around this time that we go live. And of course, if you jump onto the like I said, the comment section on our YouTube page right now, we give you the round of applause. We give you greetings. So let's get right into it, man. We got these players this year. I don't think there's any other team right now, and it's not just me because this is our team, right, Carv? But I think there's not another team that really utilizes their rookies like the way the Dallas Cowboys do. Is that a simple fact?
Yeah, man. We love to develop, or I'm gonna say we, but the Cowboys love to develop their rookies for sure. And sometimes when your number's called, man, you better be ready. For the most part, they have been. If you look at the past history, Dak is one of them. I didn't think he was ready, but he still played pretty well. Zeke, I mean, he obviously is Zeke. We got Deron Bland, a 5th-round pick, who we didn't think was going to play. And then somebody gets hurt, and look where he's at. And he's probably our best corner in the slot. So a lot of these players have to step it up. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Tyler Smith, obviously, that guy I don't know what we would have done without him last year.
I mean, the Cowboys definitely have luxury with Tyler Smith, Harv. You know what I mean? Like for the instance of he could be your future left tackle, or he could be an all-perennial left guard. Jose says, I see us 4-0 up to the 9s. Damn.
Wow. Okay.
What's Black Mamba? What's going
What's
on?
up, Black Mamba?
Even the Dalai Lama can't develop Jalen Tolbert. Jeez Louise, Ultra Cowboy. Come on, man. It's all positivity here, man. Positivity and love, man.
Yeah, but going back to that, I just think you got to think the Cowboys develop really good players, man. And I think you're starting to see they're only probably going to start keeping the special ones because Schultz, they let him walk, man.
They really did.
They they had to let go of Zeke, obviously, but I think they're starting to realize, man, they're going to start keeping the special ones.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I think that the future looks very, very bright. Like you said, the Cowboys are a draft and develop team, and we're going to see these. I believe, I want to say, at least for sure 4 out of these draft picks that we've mentioned so far. I think it's the first 4 in that order. They're going to play a significant role on this team. I think 3 of them for sure. Oh well, no.
I honestly think Asen. I think Asen Richards is going to play, man.
You think so?
Yes. I think he's going to fight for that guard with Edoga Chuma. So,
and that's because they're undrafted class.
And we still have TJ Bass. Like this is, I'm telling you, man, I think this is a very talented group. If you combine with the undrafted class, which I'm like overall, I'm saying they may be better than the class we drafted. I mean, like right now, maybe not down the line, but right now, it's gonna be tough, man.
I think you're right on that one. Ultra Cowboy says the left side about to be great with franchise left tackle Tyler Smith and left guard Terrence Steele. Oh man, leave Terrence Steele on the right, man. We look good on roster. Black Mamba, I agree with that. Ramiro, so the coaching staff helps develop these players. So the coaching staff is doing their jobs. You know what, Harvey's right. I think it just took Jerry Jones the longest route to find the right coach that could do this, right, Harv?
Yeah, man. I mean, is it Dan Quinn?
I think a big part is Dan Quinn.
Look, listen, I think his energy and the way he comes to work with not just the defense. I'm sure he talks a lot to the offense as well because listen, they poke at his mind, the offense, don't get it wrong. And they probably ask him questions. How would you do this? How would you do that? How would you play this guy? How would you play me if I'm in the slot? How would you play me? You know, so I can look for those things as the players. So the energy that he brings as a coach, it's very contagious. And I honestly think that Dan Quinn has a lot to do with this team. I hate to say that against Mike McCarthy, but I honestly think that's the truth.
I will say this about I think you're absolutely right. I think Dan Quinn is the future here in Dallas. I think for all Cowboys Nation, I think you're looking at the future head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. But I will tell you this, Mike McCarthy has done a hell of a job of constructing and organizing a team and staying put and putting his ego aside, because that's the hardest part, Harv, is putting your ego aside, especially being a head coach and letting your defensive coordinator get all the players he wants, right? Ultra Cowboy says Michael Gilkin, who is the most accurate Cowboys reporter, said Terrence Steele will be the left guard. Now, if this is true, okay, fine. So be it. My question is, does that make Tyler Smith? Because he said, who do you say?
Left, because
So they're gonna push Tyron Smith back to right tackle?
yep. That's the only logical thing if he's saying that for sure.
I'm just saying, either you're gonna push Tyler Smith to right tackle or you're gonna push Tyron. So which one is it? If they push Tyron, I mean at this point, that to me is mumbo jumbo by Jerry Jones. Black Mama, we can use more veteran offensive linemen. I believe we need that. We'll see. Jose says, I see it as a 12-5 for the regular season with a huge lift from the defense. Damn, so Jose's giving the benefit of the doubt to Dan Quinn's ability to get these rookies up to speed and get the rest of these players on the same page as the ones that have been there for a while. It's not Dan Quinn. Look at his team in Atlanta. The Super Bowl winning head coach is McCarthy. True statement. They're both Super Bowl coaches. I do believe Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy are talking. That's the only way they can get better. They have to. What's going on, Damian?
What's up?
We're just tripping out with Ultra Cowboy. I mean, ultra negative towards the Cowboys. DQ had the biggest choke job as DC and head coach in Super Bowl history. So we don't talk about.
You know what though? What's funny about that game? I watched that game back maybe 2 months ago. And you know what's crazy about that game is everybody can say that the coach is choked, but that Atlanta defense. Go back and watch the film. Ultra Cowboy. I want to say they dropped like 4 or 5 interceptions in the second half. They literally dropped 4 or 5 interceptions in their hands. Watch the game. At the end of the day, you put players in position, right, to have the best outcome, and those players didn't come through, man.
Some people even say, man, I mean, that the Patriots have been favored by the NFL for quite some time.
I'm just saying. Look at the film.
Damon says, I don't like Terrence Steele. I don't like that Terrence Steele was our best passing lineman. Well, in what sense? Why don't you like that? I mean, and run game lineman. I guess he's saying he don't like the move to left guard, right?
I don't know. I'd have to say he's probably better at run.
He says just go back to the old line. Move Tyler back to left guard. Steve White.
What's up, brother?
Oh, Steve White. Tyron Smith will be the right tackle. It's not Jerry. It's the coaches. I haven't really heard any coaches say it, man.
We'll see, man. We'll see. It's gonna be. We'll see.
And that's the one thing about Mike McCarthy. He lets Jerry Jones go out there and talk his little talk, but he doesn't correct it because he's trying to do this whole little, you know what I'm saying, like keep things like
smoke screens and let them think.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's exactly what Mike McCarthy's been doing. You guys should have been keeping an eye out on this. That's why Mike McCarthy's pretty good, especially these last 2 seasons. We've been starting to see a big difference because we were all tied in the first round, right, Harvard? And nope, Monty Smith. I mean, who would have thought a defense tackle in the first round? Dallas took McCarthy because of his experience with Green Bay, but Quinn has outshined McCarthy tremendously, so he'll be our new coach. That writing has been on the walls for a while now. I believe you're right there, Jose.
For sure.
Yeah, ooh,
let's go.
You have Discord or Twitter. Hideous.
Oh man, okay.
Hey,
we have both.
We actually do have a Twitter and we do have a Discord. Right now, I'm pretty sure we'll put the Discord up and we will show it to you. Steve White, Ultra, and Jose. Your statements are fire by Stephen White. Black Mamba, what's up, Steve? Terrence is great at run blocking and average on pass block. That's what Ultra Cowboy's saying.
I agree with that.
Okay, I've seen him struggle here to here, from time to time on the actual, just on the passing. But I think he has great chemistry with Zach Martin. That's the only thing. That's the only reason I like that. People say Tyler Smith is our franchise left tackle. I think he could be franchise left tackle. I think he could be all pro perennial left guard too,
He can
man.
do it all.
They want to move all pro left tackle to right tackle and move a solid right tackle to left guard. Michael Gilkin does not throw things around without great inside information. That is good. You're very true. Mamba, straight up fire. The Cowboy Cast. There you go. So those that are interested, definitely join us on the Discord. We're always chit-chatting up there. We'll let you know when we're going to go live too on there. What's up, Black Mamba and Steve by Jose Pais. Just one more time, the Cowboys Cast. Of course, hashtag 3786. Join us. Let's just have that good discourse, man. Of course, just follow the rules, man. Respect. That's it. That's all we ask, man. I understand when we're here chit-chatting it up. You guys can have at it at us, but the community, we're building the community, be a part of the community, and let's plant the right seeds. Ultra Cowboy Steven Jones loves McCarthy, but leave it up to the Cowboy fans to hate on McCarthy. What's up, Jose Pais, Black Mamba? Even though Tyrone was a good right tackle, I still think they should be Terrence Steele job until he gets outworked. Or what do you think about that?
You know what? At this point, it doesn't matter to me. Let's go to training camp and let's fight it out. Whoever the best left tackle, the left guard, the right tackle, whatever it is, that's who you go with, man. There ain't no favorites here. There ain't no favorites. If you're the man for the job, regardless if you're undrafted rookie and you win the job. I'm tired of this. Tyrone should do this. And no, man. Who are the best five to win everything? That's what we got to concentrate on, regardless of what it is.
I think you're right. The best five.
If that's TJ Bass, the undrafted from Oregon at left guard, then so be it.
Which he should have been drafted, right? Terrence Steele would be like Kevin Goggin at left guard.
Kevin Goggin was a beast, man.
McCarthy as offensive coordinator will shine now that Kellen Moore is gone. Damn, Ram, you're already freaking putting your stamp of approval. I have not been a part of that family combo yet. Has Ram really said this recently?
So yeah. So this is the thing about that, right? And I think everybody why is Dan Quinn so good as a head coach?
Because he knows how. Number one, he's just his energy levels are always high. He's out there with his team. I mean, not only that, but he's actually talking to each one individually, taking the time to, show them exactly where they need to be at and all that great stuff. So yeah, he's very hands-on.
So in order for you to play in the NFL, you have to be able to play fast without thinking about it.
True.
And that's what he does. He puts his players in a situation where they can learn this defense inside and out and play fast. I think that's what Mike McCarthy is going to do for Dak. So he doesn't have to overthink everything.
We have somebody on TikTok, RC Cowboy. Why the hell would you think about moving Terrence Steele at right tackle?
I don't know, man. Everybody, there's so many talk about it. I have no idea.
And Dez, I can't say the rest, says everyone should have to compete for their position.
Yep.
You're absolutely right. Jason Reynolds says, I've been a lifelong Cowboys fan. We have too, man.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
The struggle is real, man. We're going on 30 years.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, this is probably one of the most special teams coming out. Like, I'm so excited for this team. Last year I was kind of mediocre about it, but this year I'm really excited, man.
I'm really excited too, but last year getting down to 53 was hectic, man.
It was.
Because we had talent all the way down, man.
But look at this draft class and look at the undrafted class. It's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be people that are gonna lose their job, man. I'm telling you right now,
Well,
this is gonna be exciting.
There's going to be a lot of current Dallas Cowboys are going to be playing for other teams, and they're going to be
Yep.
superstars there.
Yep.
It just shows you that the Cowboys have the best scouting department in the entire NFL. Let's see here. Steele just learned the right side. The last thing you would do is move him to the left side. He has a good point, but the best five, Jose. I mean, we gotta just trust, right? And trust the process. Let's go. We will have to see how this will turn out.
Yep. like a soap opera.
I mean, that's a true statement. I do believe McCarthy will do great this time. Black Mambas with Ram and
Yep.
you. Installing Discord finally.
Man, I don't believe him, man. He says that.
He goes, I'm really doing it.
Whatever, man.
Kelly Goggin had the same issues at Steele at tackle, and Jerry was the owner when they moved him to left guard. At Steven, way to step up and get that Discord. They need to put a guy in one spot and teach them to work in that spot. That line will never work with swapping of positions. True statement right there.
But I think the Cowboys, I mean, they did that, but I think they fell in a position where they couldn't rotate too many players around because of flexibility. So now you got TJ Bass, I think, is a left guard, right guard, whatever you want to. I think he could probably play center too. But you look at Asen Richards, he could play left guard and he could play tackle.
Yeah.
So
Flexibility.
You have to have that in the NFL.
Bad Andy 20 on TikTok says, how long do you think McCarthy has left in Dallas? This is a very touchy situation, or
very touchy, man.
Because you're talking about back-to-back 12-5 seasons. And if he goes 12-5 this year, I mean, it's hard. It's hard, man. I mean, I know that we already said it was the minimal he had to make it was NFC Championship. Didn't we say that?
Look, man, this is the issue people are having, right? And I think, yeah, I get the records. I get that. But at some point, when you have a talented roster like this, how can you continue to do the same things over and over again? At some point, you have to be like, I need a change. This cannot continue to happen with this roster. This year coming up, this is going to be a more talented roster than Mike McCarthy has ever had.
And it's going to be free-flowing, too. KP808 says, Cowboys lost more, and McCarthy says he wants to focus on running a defense that doesn't work. Number one, I don't understand. So Cowboys lost more, and McCarthy says he wants to focus on running.
I think
defense.
No, I think
that doesn't work. He's saying so running the ball and a good defense.
I got what is it KP808? I got what he's saying. But this is the thing, right? I think the reason Moore was gone was not so much he ran the offense. It was a difficult offense. I think the thing you have to think about is situational football. I think that's what got away from Kellen Moore. They said he was a genius. This guy was so smart that he outsmarted himself. I think that was the issue with Kellen Moore. And when it came to situational football, it just wasn't there. And I keep referring to the Niner game. They're at the 18-yard line against the 49ers on their 18-yard line, second and 3, second and 2, and he decides to pass the ball. Why not run the ball? That's situational football. So I think a lot of those things got away from him, and that's why he's not in Dallas anymore. So,
I mean, and like you said, we're going to see a lot simplistic route running. I mean, with Kellen Moore, when we broke it down hard, but we were just freaking out, weren't we? I mean, every wide receiver was literally optioning out every single route. And for the last 7 seasons, that's all Dak has ever known. Dak has never been under a different kind of offense. That's all the offense that he's ever been around. And Dak, like Ram said, he came in from college running RPOs to learning how to be a quarterback, man. and people now want to say like this guy right here, Mike Ross, 7943. Dak is your quarterback. Enough said, bro. I mean, you've only known Dak in one offense, man. And you're talking about a guy that worked his butt off to be a quarterback in the NFL. So you know what? If he scrubs it up in this offense, which is pretty much what is it, almost like 90-something% of the NFL runs. I mean, who else runs these excessive option routes in the NFL, Harv?
The what? The options?
Yeah, who aside from Kellen Moore, who runs this 90% excessive option routes on passing plays? Literally, the only position that does the option route is tight ends, guys, not wide receivers, tight ends. So when you look at Dak, and Dak's like waiting because he's waiting to see if the wide receiver saw what the defense broke off. So you're talking about a very smart quarterback. Okay, so let's give him an opportunity. If he stinks it up in this offense, hey, I'll eat my crow and I'll be right there with you. Somebody says he's scared of a good defense. Nah, Dak ain't scared of a good defense. KP808. Yeah, I hear you. My prayers go out to October 8th. We'll see, man. October 8th. Who the Cowboys playing then? Quinn knows how to get his players to play for him. They love and trust that dude, so they play for him. Jose, you're right, Jose. I'm past excited. While I'm at the game, I will lose my voice. Man, make sure you lose it the whole week. Like mom, but really, Jose, did the Falcons return to the Super Bowl after the collapse? DQ's a great defensive coordinator, but an average head coach. But Dan Quinn is actually a freaking brilliant individual because Kyle Shanahan is his offensive coordinator, man. So he knows exactly what kind of offense will excel in this league. He knows what kind of offense that can protect that defense. Now, the thing that's questionable is Matt Ryan, bro. Like, they got Matt Ryan to the Super Bowl, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've never seen Matt Ryan honestly, I think Dak has had a better career statistically speaking in their first 7 seasons. So go back and look at that stuff. Cowboys will lose Steele and Biadasz in the free agency. They need to develop offensive line. I think that's why we're seeing some of these players, right?
Yep.
If we get 12-5 and win a Super Bowl, McCarthy will be the man. I think you're absolutely right at this point. I think even an NFC Championship. I don't think Steele will leave a big void, but losing Biadasz will be tough unless the plan on developing or draft one. See, I think the Cowboys have really set themselves up for this season and next season that they're not going to have to draft for need, but they could definitely draft for need next year. Cowboys gave Garrett a lot of time. That is a true statement.
Yeah, they did way too much time.
Way too much. And McCarthy has been better, not going nowhere. Damn, Kellen Moore
is true.
Kellen Moore's done. Black Mama over. See, so feisty before that. Dan Quinn head coach record was 43-42, but he is upgrade over McCarthy. I think overall, I
don't think that's what we're saying. We didn't say that. The writing's on the wall, though. That's what we're trying to say. It really is, man. Now, if it was up to me, I already know who I want, but he's already gone.
I would also say that I think with Dan Quinn, that's a pretty good damn run as a first-time head coach to go to the Super Bowl, even though you choked it up.
That's pretty good.
I'll tell you this much right now. Jason Garrett, as a head coach, never went to the Super Bowl.
I got a question, though. If you compare this roster to that Super Bowl roster,
not even close, dude.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not even close.
It's not even close. I mean, just on defense alone, the players that you have is scary. And then you have CeeDee Lamb who's stepping into his prime. I mean, is that safe to say, Var?
Yeah, it is 100%.
And then you
can't compare these two teams, man. Totally different teams.
You got Brandon Cooks to kind of offset CeeDee Lamb, you know. Then you got a nice little tight end array of tight ends. It's gonna be interesting with the running back situation. A new offense. Damn, that defense just got stronger too, man.
I honestly think the Cowboys need this tied for third hardest schedule. I love it. I wanted the number one hardest schedule, but I think it's just gonna make the team better, honestly, at the end of the day.
Dak is scared of a good D line. I don't know if he's scared. And then somebody's actually challenging a 49er. Okay. He's a 49er fan, right? Y'all play us, bro, in San Fran. Yeah, I know. I was being wise guy. So somebody called him out, right? At 5-time champ 49ers on his question, who's 49ers quarterback opening day? Dang, that's a good question, Harv. Because I heard Brock Purdy wasn't gonna that they were telling him to step to wait off on the season, and now
They have to. They have no choice. That surgery he's
oh,
getting.
they said now he's gonna be ready for week 1. So it
There's
just
no
shows you they're in
because
desperation.
he got a second opinion, but I don't know, man. That's dangerous.
I'll tell you this. I would like to see what Trey Lance got.
Oh, man, if that was the idea, then he would have played.
How
If
many
he was that much better than Brock Purdy.
and well, hey, they got Sam Darnold. Oh,
That's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the
well,
Niners.
but they have been calling Kyle Shanahan the quarterback guru for some time. So, Ultra Cowboy, how many teams go Super Bowl back to back, or even more than once with the line with the line of 3 to 4 span? Not very many. You cannot deny Quinn's ability to get guys to play for him. That's correct. 43-42 record, but Jose Pais believes DQ is better than McCarthy. All I know is that when Mike goes to Super Bowl, he wins and DQ loses. Damn, Ultra, you just want to fight today, don't you? Kyle Shanahan has excelled, which has led to no Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan has excelled, which has led to no Super Bowls. So, so at that point, you're just basically shooting yourself in the foot. Is it Dan Quinn or Kyle Shanahan, right? At that point, because I mean, the one consistent that Kyle Shanahan was able to get you a Super Bowl, but when he's been there, he's choked it up, and they choked it up again last season. So you 49ers, I don't know what you guys want to call yourself. Great point, Hop, by Jose. The only thing I can say about Dak is that he must see the entire field and trust himself. I do believe he will be better under McCarthy. He should be better under McCarthy. I'm trying to message on Discord, sent a request. Stephen White.
All right, let's see.
Damn, he's going by cheese 5512. Patron 64 Cooker Henry when they become free agents July 1st. Damn, what you think the Cowboys would? You think the Cowboys, if they got the right money, you think they would try to get one of these guys in? Harv?
Who?
A Dalvin Cook or Derrick Henry? If they're post first June cuts or.
No, I don't. I think they're over that, man. To be honest,
I can't believe Steve White just joined the Discord, man. Look at him.
he did just join the Discord.
Ooh, hey, everybody say hi to
Hey.
him. Just got a brutal schedule because of Rodgers. He's talking about the Jets. Jets got a brutal schedule because of Rodgers, and $9 million available for releasing Zeke. Patron said that. That's why. We have to admit that beat thing McCarthy brought with him was the experience of working with the Rodgers. Well said, man. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a character. I do believe Purdy. Did you talk about Purdy?
Purdy, yeah.
Well, not shine like he did last year. We all figured him out. Watch. Oh, well, she's actually right because I mean, same thing happened to Dak. Same thing happened to a lot of these quarterbacks. I mean, they take this the league by storm, and year 2, that's it. Just talking about the 49ers exclusively. So thank you for clearing that up.
So we got some TikTok. Jets got a brutal schedule because of Rodgers. David says, "What's up, y'all? What's up, David? Join us on YouTube, man. Come on over so we can read your comments." Tim Devine says, "Cowboys always choke at the end of the whatever." So no, they don't. They're worse teams.
And so the Eagles.
Yep. So we'll see, man. Caught up.
Mike changed the culture, and we have drafted better with him as head coach. You know what? That is a true statement. Harv, yes or no?
Yes.
I mean, it's insane. I think with him is he just give me the best player you got, and we're gonna fit him into our system. We don't need system players. Black Mamba, welcome, Steve. She's the first one. Jose Paez, the Rogers win without Mike. Ooh, it's a good question. But has Aaron Rodgers won without Mike?
Interesting.
Because he lost, right? The second one, A-Rod.
No, he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't. He doesn't look too good, actually.
I just added your account on Discord. Now I will contact you for sure. All right.
Boom, just got him.
Well, let's get back on track, man. We're gonna talk about the third rounder this year. Dallas Cowboys did some crazy things. You know, they made some names that weren't well known in the draft become known because now they're gonna have the star on their dome. I'm just trying to be a rapper at this point, a gangster rapper, right? But let's see. I'm gonna go and read off DeMarvion Overshown's scouting report. Let's go through it. 4-star recruit out of Arp, Texas. After 2 years in rotation as a defensive back, moved to linebacker where he blossomed into a star. With 31 starts, heads off to the NFL where he'll look to impress teams with an invite to the Senior Bowl and plenty of intrigue from his unique build and potential. Strengths: leader of the Texas defense for the past few seasons. Wow. You know what? That one I overlooked that. And
Yeah.
his connection with teammates is well documented. Wow, you see, these are the little nuggets I love figuring out about prospects as we go further and further. These are the kind of things that makes a good teammate, right? Offers impressive length and likely arms longer than 33 inches. This lankiness translates to a wide tackling range and a solid knock for tackling outside of his frame. In traffic, uses his fitness to weave around blocks and position himself to make a play. Goes from sideline to sideline. Initially entered college as a safety, so the range and coverage instincts are there. This is his weakness. His weakness says lacks a bit in terms of firing at the snap, is a bit more reserved in his movement, even looks stiff at times, very lanky, and linemen often win the battle and keep him contained if they get him in their grip. Needs to be more consistent in order to keep a role on the field at the next level. So that is it. And it says here he struggles to handle man coverage assignments and will need zone work to contribute in coverage skills. They did give a pro comparison. They said Ramik Wilson. But they did say on there for him to get on and be a staple on that defense, he's gonna have to work his way up from special team. So far from this scouting report we just read, what do you think? I mean, what is it about this prospect that you think?
I think if you look at his just playing linebacker, there's times that he's very instinctive. Sometimes he's kind of late to some things. Usually, I think the outstretch plays on the play side, like when they stretch run, he's kind of late sometimes. So I think he just needs to trust himself, and Dan Quinn, he's going to help him with that. But if you look at him overall, what is he better at? Stopping the run or coverage? To me, I think he's a better coverage linebacker than he is a run defender. Just because of his sheer size, right? I think he's 6'3", 220. I think if you see him develop into the run guy that I think Dan Quinn can see him, because sometimes he does hit the holes at the right time, but most of the time he doesn't, man. And he's got to learn how to shed blocks too, but he's also 220. You got to realize. So if he puts it like maybe 20 pounds more, I think you're going to have a good linebacker. I want to say 60 to 40% he calls the plays correctly, but I think this guy, once he puts that weight on and they teach him how to shed blocks, or not even shed blocks, but beat the lineman to that spot that he has. Because you got to remember, Dan Quinn tells their guys, this is your responsibility. And that's all you have. Play hard, play fast, and this is your second responsibility. And that's it. They go. And I think that's why you see a lot of these players play better under him. But I think he's long, rangy. He played safety in high school. So you see those instincts in him, right? But I think with more weight, I think right now he's a better coverage linebacker, like I said, than run stuffer. But that's gonna come with practice. So, but I like him, man. I think he's a sideline linebacker, honestly.
P Sauce, come and join us here on YouTube, man. We will read all your comments. But he did say Cowboys are gonna go 6-0 to start the season. Harv, damn. And then he's also saying third down nickel and dime
Yeah,
on
and
your
that yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. I think he's a better coverage linebacker than he is a run stuffer. But you're gonna see him more on pass downs more than anything. But as you develop and see, guys, there's a plan. I'm telling you, there's a plan. Mozzie Smith, Fiocco, all these guys are gonna develop him, right? We're talking about Mozzie Smith a year or 2 years from now. He's gonna be a great pass rusher. Fehoko, down the line, 2 or 3 years from now, he's going to be a defensive tackle. Inside, he's going to move a 3 technique. Overshown, he's a coverage linebacker, going to be a run stuffer. There's a plan for all this, guys. That's what a lot of people didn't see when they drafted these players. We had to sit back and watch, but I think they have a plan for him, and P Sauce is right on TikTok. We're in line, man. Great minds think alike. He's a coverage linebacker right now.
Let's see. Should we take a listen to the actual linebacker coach?
Yeah, let's go.
He is a very aggressive, fast linebacker that we can add into the mix. He can do a lot coverage-wise against backs and tight ends. He's a good rusher. He did some things on the line of scrimmage to rush the passer. So really a versatile player that I think we can mix into the fold as we need him.
So there you go, man. I mean, obviously, like you said, everything you just said, he just confirmed. I mean, they love his athleticism. They love that he's been able to be a rusher. He's good at stopping the run. I think if you look at it, I think the tone was set with Monty Smith. The questions that I have is, I mean, I know Damone Clark is the future, right? And then of course we have LVE for what, 2 more years? Jabril Cox, man, what happened to him? You know what I mean? I definitely I'm pretty sure you're on the same page as me. Or was it because of that they added DeMarvion Overshown, or is it just to make sure that we had the right depth?
No, I think look, the plan, right? The plan is this guy's probably gonna be a starter in second or third year. That's the plan. He's probably not gonna.
What? Okay, go ahead.
He's probably not gonna start right away, and that's what we referenced to. Like P. Saw said, he's a cover linebacker right now. That's what he is. When eventually we'll mold him into a run stuffing linebacker, and then he's just got athleticism, man. He's so athletic. That's the thing that comes out on film. He's when he's on his game, man, he's good. He's really good.
I mean, watching a lot of Texas games. I mean, he's a great prospect, man. Like you said, what is he? 6'3",
6'3", 220.
220. I mean, I've heard people say how exciting it is to have a prospect that is so uniquely talented, and to be able to let Dan Quinn really mold him and become the player that they see. It makes a ton of sense, right? And it fits what Dan Quinn needs on his defense, because if anything, can you imagine being able? I mean, if his game equated to something similar to a, I don't know, a Micah Parsons, while Micah Parsons is playing edge. I mean, what do you think that would be for offenses?
That'd be dangerous, man.
I think it's all just chaos it's creating for offensives, right? All the offenses out there. But the next question was for him is, do you think that in a couple of years he's going to be replacing J-Ron Curse then?
I don't think so. That's not what they're going to use him for.
But they have a similar skill set, correct?
They kind of do. But I think once he gains that weight and he gets up to the 240 range, I don't think you're gonna see that kind of player. I see him as you know who he kind of reminds me of a little bit is Shaq Leonard.
Okay. That's at that 240 range, you're saying.
Yeah, 240 range.
Because at that range he could withstand the blow. Kind of what Michael was saying this offseason. I think he spent a little extra time put on he wasn't gaining weight, but he was just putting on the mass, right? Because it was very tolling on him. Let's get caught up on our YouTube. Black One says the funny part about the schedule is that they put us against the Jets. Damn Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
I think they're trying to give Cowboys the final chance to go ahead and put that last nail in the coffin and get the revenge versus A-Rod. A-Rod, I think his first time he actually stepped the field was when Brett Favre went down, right? And A-Rod had to come in, and damn, he gave the Cowboys a hard time since then. So, Ultra Cowboy, what would you ask the question about Switzer?
Not a very good coach, but talented roster.
Damn, this draft proved me that the Cowboys know that the only way to win the Super Bowl is to make the defense stronger. Not a good sign for Dak. I think if anything, it's a bargaining deal because if you can make a Super Bowl with that defense, well, then you can come back and be like, "Hey, Dak, their card takes about 32 mil. Geno Smith make about 32 mil. I mean, why don't you take about 32 mil? That let us keep the people around you that need to help. So, getting them out of that $40 million range and let Daniel Jones be your $40 million quarterback. Let's see how you guys react with Daniel Jones making 40 mil this year. Switzer won a Super Bowl. Ultra Cowboy always has something. Richard Verdugo, I think he may be like Parsons Jr. That's a great pick, and also Parsons to play more off the line where we need him. Which that was something Dan Quinn actually just recently said, right? Because we saw the report that Michael was going to be moving to edge permanently, and they said no. He's our crazy guy. He's our joker. Discord is all a little weird for now. I'm back on YouTube.
Well, Discord's more for when we're off air and we talk and message and stuff like that. So it's more of an off.
Dr. Tex Cal says Dak is really needed to step up. At 240, he's a 3-down linebacker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sauce, man.
Sauce, man. He got the content, baby.
He has the game.
Yeah.
Cowboys are betting on their defense this year. Ultra Cowboy. Cowboys now have the two thumpers on defense and Donovan Wilson and Overshown. Damn, that just sounds so exciting. And it feels so good just to see these guys. And what is it? It's not mandatory right now, right? It's
voluntary
OTAs, correct?
Yep.
And it's a great time of the year when you start seeing your teams coming together. Make sure you follow us on East West Football. We got great content there too. And we talk all teams on the NFL. Overshown is great at blitzing. You know what? We're seeing a lot of that. What about Devin Harper? Ultra Cowboy wants to know.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. I think they had to add another linebacker for sure. But
I like the plan, and the plan is that they don't want to be stuck. They don't want to be in the same situation last year, losing to Leighton Vander Esch, and then literally just throwing every cat that kid in there to fill the void. What's up, fella? Sorry I'm late. I was at a little one's baseball game. Hey, that's awesome, Jay Fonda. Appreciate you coming back on.
The little ones, baby.
Cowboys awful. Prescott 9 years done nothing, and he called him the interception king. That's by Kenny Chesney. Overshown is a great special team player as well. Yes, he is. We are DC for life. I love.
Let's go. Let's go.
I can't wait to see him coming out that twist. OMG. I feel like that guy from TikTok, man, the one that makes those crazy sandwiches. OMG. And then Switzerland inherited a Super Bowl. That was by Gene Castillo on TikTok. That's for you. That's for you, Ultra Cowboy. Both delusional. Keep dreaming. So, yeah. Says Kenny Chesney with the Steve Wild username. Defense is full of alpha dogs. Parsons, Wilsons, Riggs, Lawrence. Diggs. I'm sorry. Diggs, D Law. Damn, that is a very
So
talented.
so check this out. Not only that, but look at and courtesy old domain. I hope he's still on. He has the Google Sheets for this Dallas Cowboys roster depth chart. So you got linebackers, right? You got Van Der Esch, Malik Jefferson, Tyra Sweet, Jabril Cox, Damone Clark, Devin Harper, DeMarvion Overshown, and Isaiah Land.
Damn.
If you put it that way, Jabril Cox might be out of a job.
I mean, I think that there's a strong possibility, and that's because Jabir Cox, man, he was a star at North Dakota State, and he did good at LSU too.
So if you look at LVE, Damone Clark, Devin Harper, DeMarvion Overshown, and Isaiah Land making this team, that's 5 linebackers. The people that are out are Jabril Cox, Malik Jefferson, and Tyra Sweet. So it's gonna be a battle, man.
Gene Castillo says Monday night, second Monday night for Cowboys. We'll see where the Cowboys are at. Should be 5-0. Damn, people think the Cowboys gonna have a great start.
I don't know. We'll see, man.
We are DC for life. He'll be shot out. He'll be shot out like a missile. Nah, they're gonna put on him. They're gonna put weight on him. So
Yep.
Ultra Switzer won a Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson's team. So
They're still with that?
yeah, you already know. I don't know why they do that. We're exercising ghosts this year. We being the Rodgers, we being the 49ers. I'm gonna make the play. The people stop the cat about Dakota.
I like that. I like that, baby. Let's go. I like that. It almost sounded like a rap song.
It did, man. He was ready. He was ready for everything. He was like bar after bar. Wrong. Barry Switzer won a Super Bowl with Deion Sanders as wide receiver 2. Cowboys won a Super Bowl when Jerry signed Deion in 95. Wait. All that was the same year, though.
Yeah.
So he's saying wrong. Barry Switzer won a Super Bowl with Deion Sanders as wide receiver 2. Cowboys won a Super Bowl when Jerry signed Deion in 95. But those were both on the same year.
It's all the same year.
95. That's when they won their last Super Bowl. And yes. Deion played wide receiver in that Super Bowl too. Remember when he caught that pass over all the Steelers? Thank you, Jay Fonda. That was my point.
You guys.
Jeez Louise, the plan is that Dan has a plan. That's the scary part of that.
Yep.
I think that's kind of that was our first impressions when we saw this draft class. Is they have a plan for every player. Great point. Ultra Cowboys lost a lot of free agents. Go do your research. Jeez Louise, Ultra Cowboy. Ultra, yeah, because Deion was the main reason they won in 95. Stop the cap. The team was loaded because of Jimmy. People will. That's an argument right there for days. I mean, that you can go on and on, man. And you know what? I'm gonna say he inherited Jimmy Johnson's team, man.
He did.
And you know, like Barry Switzer lasted what, 2 seasons?
I don't even know how many lasted. It was so
miserable. I think it was 2.5, and then he got caught up with that scandal. I think it was right. I hear that Isaiah Land got the juice. They say he looked good. Yes, so we're just talking about him. If he's on that starting position, I think Jabril Cox is out, man.
He's out, man.
And everybody wanted Land too, man. Alvin Harper, Ken Norton Jr., Mark Stepnowski. Man, we're going back in time, Harper. I haven't had to say these names in a long time. Cowboys lost 7 starters to free agency. Do your homework. Jeez, man. Say it nicely, man. Don't be like that. Ultra Cowboy, we all know with those team switchers won, Deion was more of a decoy on offense. Defense was where Deion made his money.
Yep.
I mean, it was just one catch that he did make in the Super Bowl, but it was a nice catch. I will say that. I don't need to do my homework. The team still had like 8 or 9 Hall of Famers. Chief, go to the library, do your research. You don't even need the library. Your phone can do it for you. Richard Verduga, he says, I just saw a video of Parsons power clean 315 like it's nothing. Crazy power, man. I'm loving this offseason. Me too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he's working with Andre Whitworth.
Yep.
Damn. Andre Whitworth was a solid left. I mean, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Harv.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Easy.
Jose Pais, Deion Sanders caught a deep pass in that Super Bowl. Decoy my Okay, we do the best. And if you do research on all these guys you mentioned, were at the mid of their careers. So
That's true.
put this away. Put it this way. If Jimmy would have stayed, we would have won 4 in a row.
Yes, I agree with that.
Well, I don't know about 4 in a row, right? Because we lost the third one, but we would have won definitely like 4 or 5 more Super Bowls, I think.
Yeah.
I'm to be honest, because the thing with Jimmy Johnson was the Howie Roseman of that time. Jimmy Johnson would sell off a key player for a first rounder, and we had draft capital every year. Here down here in the ATX, somebody's from Austin. All right, welcome.
Okay.
Round of applause, man. Let's see here. P Sauce says the D is back in Dallas. 90s reference. Evening, guys. Evening, Aaron. How are you? We are good, man. We were talking about DeMarvion Overshown. We did go a little bit briefly over the schedule release. I believe I believe we're gonna make an actual segment for the schedule release. But Harv, what game did you say was the pivotal or the most
week 9 against the Eagles? It's going to be interesting where we're at as far as a record, because 2 weeks after that, we go into a tough schedule, huge schedule. Seahawks, Buffalo. I believe we played the Dolphins, the Eagles. It's gonna be really tough, man. It's gonna be a really tough schedule, actually. Seahawks, Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, and Lions. That's gonna be a tough run.
It's a tough stretch, even with the commodes.
Yep.
Gene Castillo says Cowboys got to take care of the business with the 49ers or else. And Eric said the schedule was out, right? But I didn't get to finish saying Cowboys, Eagles both have tough schedules. I'll take the Birds, as you know, laughing out loud because he's an Eagle fan, but he's more the respectable one. AJ Lucy, is it Luciani?
Yep.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay.
It's not against the Chiefs, right? Okay, but anyways, the D is there. We'll see. Gene. AJ still going off in his Birds. AJ Luciano at Aaron. Hate them, man. So annoying. AJ Luciano, they are clowns. And they're talking about the 49ers here on TikTok. That's crazy.
They're going after each other on the Cowboys TikTok.
It's weird. Bert Acevedo, the Cowboys choke again, but so did the Eagles and so did the Niners. So people, I don't know which one do you want to give a big choke to? Would you give it to the people that lost the Super Bowl or the one that didn't make it to the Super Bowl? Saw Dion play at FSU. I played at USF at the same time. For real, Aaron. Damn, that'd be kind of cool. So Parsons, like the 76ers, I'm in Houston and I want Dallas to kick, but totally. Eagles and Cowboys will split, but we will win the division. Go Birds. Close though. That's by Aaron. And P Saw says if we lose to the 49ers again this year, we will become their we'll become their property. Must win game.
Hey, TikTok, hit them likes, man. Give us some likes.
Yeah.
Share. Hey, share the live, man. To everybody else on TikTok. Tell us to come on over, man. We'll talk football no matter who their team is.
Barry's sister was busy being the player's friend instead of the coach. That's what Jimmy said. Or no, what? Instead of the coach that Jimmy was. My bad. Okay. That's Jay Fonda. Amen to that. We are DC for life. That's right. Because Jose's from that area, the ATX area. Only 6 Hall of Famers, and 1 was drafted by Switzer, and the other signed by Jerry. Ultra Cowboy came ready today, man.
He did.
Man, We are DC for life. I'm in Pflugerville. That's exactly what I was exactly trying to say. I didn't want to say exactly where you're from, you know. Back to back, missed the third season, then won the fourth year. Oh, and the defense gave up 18 points a game last year, right? We are better, right? I would say looks like the defense is going to be a lot better. The
It
offense
is.
is
It
the only
is.
thing that we have big questions about going into. I mean, I'm telling you,
Hey, I gotta tell you right now, in 42, I believe.
Jose País, friend me up, bro. That's what DC for. Did you join? He did that. We DC for life. Did you join the Discord? He's on there. The only concern with this team is playoff. Dak. This team should go 13-4. Well, Ultra Cowboy is exactly kind of what I was kind of alluding to, right? The offense is the biggest scare right now. I think the defense. Think that the Cowboys were top 3 in bringing back the same team the year before, right, Harv?
Yep.
They were one of
Same team.
one of
Pretty close to bringing the whole team back.
pretty close to bringing back the entire team. You can't say that about a lot of teams right now. You can't say that about the Eagles. I don't even think you can say that about the 49ers. I mean, the 49ers did better retention than what the Eagles did, but the 49ers lost some key pieces. Jimmy Ward was a staple of free safety. Now he's with the Texans. Ultra, how can you say playoff Dak? The man had one legit player to throw to. How about that defense couldn't get a stop when needed? We can't put blame on the defense, man. The defense is doing their job. I think that the Kellen Moore just abandoned the run when we lost Tony Pollard. When Jalen Hurts drops back, remember his jersey number represents their Super Bowl wins.
Ultra Cowboy, he's on a roll today, man.
He's on the road. We DC for life for show, right? That ATX connection, J Phone to go work out with Richard Simmons. Didn't Dak choke in 2021 with weapons? So if we give up 18 this year, we are the number 1 scoring offense at 27 points a game. Ask yourself who can score 21 against us and stop us from scoring 24. It's good. Well, you know, I think Cowboys put up 40 against the second ranked defense at that time, especially the back end of the season. At bro, why so hostile when someone doesn't agree with you? You need to take a deep breath, count to 10, and try again. Woosa. Stephen White says Pflugerville.
No, I don't think Ultra Cowboy gets on. He just likes to poke at people, man. That's what he's probably laughing right now, texting.
Michelle says we're already the property. Get me out, Dak. Aaron says Dion, my favorite non-Eagle, amazing player. Eagles, DeAndre Swift is awesome. That is a very good move for them.
That is a real good move. Yep.
You know, Swift wearing 0 from Philly. You know why he's wearing 0, right? I think the rumor was that he said because the Cowboys had been to 0 NFC championships, but the context I don't think was right because you're talking about a 5-time Super Bowl winning team. So, and they've been to multiple NFC championships. So, yeah. Obviously,
I think he says during his lifetime.
Oh, during DeAndre Swift's lifetime.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift must
like
have been born in 1983. You know what I mean? It says here.
Look, this is what I'll say, man. I don't care what anybody says, right? But it's going to be very interesting to watch. And everybody can say what they want, but the Jets got better with Aaron Rodgers, right?
Correct.
We can say that. Okay. The Buffalo Bills grabbed probably the number 1, number 2 player, wide receiver wise, because of Kincaid, right? Pretty good. They got Osiris as a left guard. Pretty good. They got Stephon Diggs. They got the other wide receiver. I can't remember his name. Is it number 13? I forget his name.
Gabriel.
Gabriel. So I'm just saying they have a really good team, right? So that AFC East is a monster, man.
It is a monster.
Now, with the Dolphins, what they're doing, they might even get Dalvin Cooks. They're saying that they want to trade for Dalvin Cooks. So then you got the Patriots, which I would not bet against the Patriots because they got Bill now as offensive coordinator, right? So I'm saying they're going to be better as well. These two divisions are going to clash, man, in this NFL. And I honestly think because of that, it's going to make for a great NFL season. These two divisions playing against each other week after week. Because let me tell you, the Eagles, regardless of what anybody says, they're the team to beat. You got him great credit, and they went out and got great draft class. Then you got the Giants that drafted very well. They drafted very well. The Commanders probably drafted. They're probably in the middle of okay. They need a quarterback. We're gonna see what Sam Howell's got, right? But we got Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator. And then we got the Cowboys. Guys, this is gonna be a very interesting NFL. Like seriously, this is gonna. You can't just say like the biggest thing for me though is the Eagles lost both of their offensive and defensive coordinators. That's a lot of continuity, man. If it were me and I were the Cowboys and that happened to me, I would be kind of, man, I got to kind of tread lightly because that's a big deal, man. So we'll see. It's going to be a great NFL season. I'm excited for these divisions to clash against each other. It's going to make the NFL a lot better. It's going to be very interesting on some of these Sunday night, Monday night football games, man.
No doubt. Ultra Cowboy says, no, I'm just trying to that groupies. I wish I had a bugger plan for them. Steve White left at that one. Ultra Dak ain't going nowhere, so deal with it. I guess you'd rather just have Quincy quarterback, huh? Oof, that was a bad experiment. Jay Fonda, I love how people, especially Dallas fans, that clown Dak, yet has numbers are just as good as the top 4 quarterbacks in the league. So Jay Fonda 2020. Did you actually watch Quincy Carter with the teams Dak had? He won a few Super Bowls with his on the field of play or the field play. Jay Fonda, I'd rather have a winner that can win in the playoffs. Hint, a first round quarterback. Only one quarterback drafted past third round has won a Super Bowl since 2000. That was Tom Brady, right? Of course. Ultra Cowboy, I do agree with the Dak attack. There really isn't one, but we have no other choice right now. But with a don't know what to do offensive line, it will be interesting again. Jose Pais. Steve White says Lions are the team to beat. I don't know, man. They had a weird, wacky draft class. Hard. Like, why would you? Why just because Devin Witherspoon is off? Why would you give up on a corner that has the upside of Christian Gonzalez, right? And then you go and you pick Jack Campbell, and you go and pick up Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm sorry. Like, it felt like they kind of like rushed those picks. They got fluttered or whatever. Yeah, I watched Quincy Carter. What's your point, Dwight Thrasher? Good to see you, Dwight. Oh, if Dak doesn't play his ass off, y'all won't even make the playoffs. He's right. How many fourth round quarterbacks over 30 won their first Super Bowl after the age of 30 with the same team? Shoot. Wasn't how old was Drew Brees, Harv, when he won his Super Bowl?
He was a lot older than 30. I think so was Peyton Manning, wasn't he?
Yeah, Peyton Manning also, and John Elway. I think John Elway won.
John Elway was over 30 when he was the first
right?
Super Bowl. Yep.
I think he was 36 years old, and he was a first rounder two years in a row, back to back. How many fourth round quarterbacks over 30 won their first Super Bowl at the age of 30? Well, we'll see, man. I mean, nothing's impossible. I think you put those limitations on what you've seen. I've watched Troy. Your point is dumb, Jay. Jeez, man. Cowboys have the best roster in the NFC. So I know that that was a question on TikTok. Is that Jay Fonda name that's off-putting? Jeez, Louise. I think it's time for everyone to go have their pets spayed, neutered. Jose, I think you're right. Lions can have all the talent in the world and still lose. Damn. Steve White laughing with Jose, and Drew Brees was a second rounder. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I know he wasn't a fourth rounder, but I'm just saying. I mean, he wasn't a first rounder because somebody said we need a first rounder. Let's see if I can get caught up on TikTok and call it a night. Right? Jets are AFC. That's by Gene Conceal. He says, "Thank God." Aaron says 0 is a badass number. Harp, what do you think about 0 in the NFL?
I don't like it.
It's weird. It's like it's not the NBA. Aaron, Eagles going to ruin Brady retirement opening day watch. And Aaron says, I agree with you, but you don't know about our new coordinators.
I mean, I know Brad Johnson was. I know a lot about their coordinators. It's just it's hard to. I'm not saying they're bad. My thing is the coordinators y'all did have, they had a rhythm. Like it's a battle rhythm we call.
I think like you said, they had to feel week in and week out, man.
They did, man. They did. And that's hard to replicate. It really is.
The running back is not happy. Welcome, Matt Cowboys. Our new OC was our quarterback coach, Brian Johnson, his best friend, and has known Jalen since he was a kid. I will tell you this: we found out about hiring your best friends, right, Harv, with Mike McCarthy.
Doesn't go well.
Doesn't go well. Giants, that is. Numbers are great, but Super Bowls are greater. Eagles offensive coordinator is an upgrade. Jalen got his master's degree. RDC is an upgrade. Man, I'll tell you this: it's kind of hard to replicate. Me and Harvard were just talking about Brian Johnson, offensive coordinator from Florida, was brought here 3 years ago to work with Jalen as a quarterback coach. And let me see. Somebody says I wanted Breeze and T.O. back then. Jay Fonda, could Dak pass or run better than Quincy Carter? Jeez Louise. Cowboys are loaded like J. Wrong weapon. Can you imagine what tonight would have been like if there was if we were on the live Discord video chat? Woo, man. I don't think anybody would ever stop talking, man. That would be
hard.
Like okay, for those who play Call of Duty, it'd be like their proximity chat at full blast, right? That means when you get to hear everybody, like it's crazy. Dak's arm talent is better than Carter, and we don't know because Dak don't run. Jay Fonda, Dak does run, and what do you say, Harv? What did you and Ram point out when Dak runs? What happens?
He gets him fired, man. He gets that rhythm. Can't stop him, man. This is the truth.
Like he is like there's no other quarterback in the NFL that does that, right? Harv, when he gets when there's a locked in Dak, is there another quarterback that plays like that locked in Dak?
Other than Mahomes, man, he gets and look at it. He did. I'm telling you, and you know what? And that's the thing everybody says, like, because I think this guy said what Aaron says. Jalen is the best quarterback in the NFC, just a fact. So this is where me and Jerry argue a lot, right? This isn't your typical Cowboys content creators. I like to say that right as of right now, Jalen Hurts is better.
I disagree.
And see, we disagree, man. I think Jalen Hurts is better. I give credit when credit is due. Until Dak shows me otherwise, he is not number one in the NFC.
Who the fuck is that guy?
You can say what you want. Say what you want, man. It is true.
Look, man, I'll tell you much right now, man. Jalen Hurts was, you know what, they saw the coaching staff said, you know what, this guy's gonna take a lot of time for him to become a quarterback in this NFL. We don't want to have to go down the route that the Cowboys went with Dak. But at this point where they're both at right now, hey, Jalen fell into a good system. They tailored an offense around his skill set, and they said, just go, just run. How long is he going to last? Is he going to last 7 seasons, Harv? I mean, that's a lot of pounding, man.
It is.
I know that guy, what is it? What he squats with 700 pounds, but how good is a squat to you, man? You're taking shots, man. Your back is going to takes a toll in your back, man. I don't care how old you are. Once the season starts, no Dak hate. It will start if he chokes in the playoffs. I think that's exactly his.
Yep.
Right now, that's the thing with Dak. Dak doesn't suck. Dak is not trash. It's just that Dak is just having a little hurdle getting over that. I think Steve Young, was basically like what Dak is today, right, Harv? If anything, remember when the 49ers won? What was the first thing they did? What was the first thing Steve Young did in their celebration? He turned around.
Oh, he took the monkey off his back.
And he told his teammate, take the monkey off my back. And this is when they're getting the Super Bowl in the back in the locker room. And it was crazy because you could see them when they took the monkey. the imaginary monkey off his back, you can see Steve Young's face just like, oh, finally, I got these people to shut up already about me, right? Chile Verde plate would rock, okay?
Yes, sir.
He needs to run more of that than he does, is my point. That's Shea Fonda. I know y'all don't. I know y'all just don't compare Dak to Mahomes.
Didn't compare him. Yeah, we did. When Dak is playing at his best, he's pretty damn good, man.
Like he
But
went.
but the
24
problem is that he doesn't play like that very much. You see small glimpse of it, but it's not very. It's rare, man. But go look back. It's true. He just can't keep it. It can't be consistent, man. That's the problem.
But we're just saying, man, when this eyes, man, you see it. Damn, I mean, he's lit, man. There's nobody there, like he's untouchable. Like if he's running the ball, it's untouchable. If he's passing the ball is on the money, man. He's done it so many times. We've seen it. Jalen Hurts isn't a better system built for him, but he ain't a better passer. That is my point. Dak is Spartan. You just have to crush on Jalen.
Nah.
Jalen Hurts will be one hit wonder like Vanilla Ice. Ocha Cowboy. Dak is these boys just win. Run applause. That's a new username. Thank you for joining the stream. Road to 1K. Please share. Please subscribe. Dak is only locked in against bad injured defenses. Hurts was locked in the Super Bowl.
Bad injured defenses.
Man, that we're talking about when he threw the interception against the Eagles at the end of the season. They got him involved in the running game, and after that, it was how many?
I think he went 24 for 24 in a row.
That we're not talking about the Tampa Bay game because that's what he thinks we're talking
against
about.
the second ranked defense in the NFL.
That's the Eagles' second ranked defense. He went 24 for 24. I mean, literally, that's the thing with Dak is. I think if Mike McCarthy's smart, he involves him in the running game. Dak is not number one in the NFC. That is no doubt. Dak is not number one in the NFC. That is no doubt. But I'll say it again. It's okay to ask for the big money, but you better play like it when you're worth the big money. Yeah, you're right. And I think that's why he's on ice right now. He needs to reprove that he's worth that, because if not, he's going to be signing a smaller paycheck next year. Jose Pais, wow, I agree with you. I think we're all with it. T-shirt worthy once again. He's a hustler, man. We're gonna make
fly one, man.
We're gonna make some caps, some shirts, man. It's gonna be sold out for days, man. Steve Young lost to the great Cowboys team. Dak lost to a Brock Purdy led team. Yeah, you're right, but I'm just trying to compare, because he didn't just get it off of one season. And Brock Purdy, okay, fine. But this has been on Dak for a while of him choking. By getting rid of Kellen Moore, the Cowboys needed to make Dak feel uncomfortable to bring the best out for him. I think you're right on this one. Dak is untouchable. Am I living in some alternate universe right now?
He said is not untouchable.
Dak is not untouchable. Am I living in some?
Never said that.
We just said. When he is involved in the running game and he gets locked in, damn.
He's pretty good, man. But we got to see it on a day every week.
All I know is that Jalen Hurts fumbled in the Super Bowl when a fan screamed hot potato.
He said hot potato, man.
I will tell you this, that Hail Mary was the worst Hail Mary I've ever seen in my life.
That is the worst Hail Mary. It has to be.
It literally went 20 yards and it just flattened out, man. Nobody could not even the defense could pick it up. All I know is that Jalen Hurts fumbled this. It was a hot potato against the Eagles team, missing a top safety, a top slot. Wait a minute, these boys. Are you a Cowboy fan? Are you I don't understand you. Against an Eagles team missing a top safety, a top slot cornerback with 4 defensive turnovers to help him bad or injured defenses. Pero Jerry, here's the thing. Dak put up 40 with 2 weapons on the Eagles. More pigeon excuses, man. Gene Castell says, believe your eyes, they will not lie. Would you trade Dak for Hurts? I would not. think we don't have the coaching staff. Well, maybe Mike McCarthy's that smart. His arm got him hit, by the way, on that Hail Mary. Everyone wanted us to know that. That is that it for us? That is it for us, man. Shoot. We've been on for a little over an hour 20, man. I hope you guys appreciate. How old is Dak? Dak is 29. He'll be 30 at the start of the 2023 NFL regular season. We are up to 2,300 likes. We love you here at TikTok. Thank you for all the love.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Dwight says consistency is what makes a good quarterback good. Dak is very inconsistent.
True statement.
Consistency is what makes a good quarterback good. But I would also like to add a great coaching staff makes a quarterback even better. Hurts' best pass is a handoff by Ultra Cowboy. Sheesh. Somebody says Hurts is 24. Trade. You guys are awesome. Aaron, you are awesome. Hurts is 24. You wouldn't do that trade. I think there's some quarterbacks up ahead of the like in the next couple of draft classes, like Caleb Williams, Harvard. I mean, we haven't even dug into that tape yet, right? Because we're still trying to swim through the players that the Cowboys have right now from this offseason. But I think if anything, there's Drake May, Caleb Williams. You wait long enough with Dak, Archie Manning, maybe. I mean, those are some names, man. Quarterbacks are getting better and better in college right now.
Yep.
So thanks, guys. Y'all get it, and it's Aaron who's hitting them like he loves us. Hey, we
appreciate it, man.
Round of applause, man. How many coaches are we going to blame for an 8-year vet? That I think it comes. Hey, these boys. I think it comes down to this season.
Yep.
This is technically his second offense that he's been a part of. So that's when the blame goes to Dak, I think, at the end of the season, if things don't work out for him. I would not trade for Dak. I would not trade for a quarterback that fumbles in the Super Bowl when he hears an offensive line fart. Jeez, Cowboy. Where are all my Dave Campbell fans? Number shit up. People don't know about that. The Cowboys Cast is fired.
Let's go, baby.
Applause. It's always fire here.
Let's go. No, you know what? They keep it fire, man. Y'all's comments.
Hey, Aaron says, my offer stands. You guys come to Philadelphia. I will treat you with tickets and a nice day. And then Gene Castillo right on cue. Because Aaron is the one that referred you to the Philly cheesesteak, remember?
Yeah, but I think it's not the one that I went to. I went to probably the worst ones you could go to, probably. So
yeah, he said that was the worst one.
Yeah. So I'm not that far away, so we might have to link up on one of these games here in Philly.
That would be kind of crazy. I will tell you this. He goes, I got you. He said that. I will say this. I had a friend that went to a Philly Eagles game on accident, and he said it was actually, he goes, yeah, there's a lot of rude people, but it was actually surprisingly he had a very good time. And he has pictures with Cooper Rush's dad. He was sitting right next to Cooper Rush's dad, right behind him. Ocho Cowboys says, gracias, thank you for everything. Eagle Sports Bar, one of the best.
That's what I've heard. I've heard like some people spatter say that the bars are amazing, man. So yeah. I've heard, like, being here on the East Coast, they said the bars out there are amazing. Seriously.
In my Denzel Washington voice, Change says, I'm putting cases on. Oh, you fool. That's it for us. You guys have a good night. We will see you guys later.
Love you, TikTok. Be nice.
Be nice, man. YouTube, we love you guys, man. You guys have a good one.